Hi and welcome to the Resources Roadhouse. I'm Wally Graham and today I'm speaking with Andrew Radonjic, who's Managing Director of Venture Minerals. Now, Andrew, Venture has kicked off 2021 in pretty good fashion. The Kulin Gold Project, you've scored some pretty good trenching results there, following up the good work you did at the Golden Grove North Project late last year. And of course, there's also the Riley Iron Ore Project kicking off down in Tasmania. We'll touch on that later on. We'll start down at the Kulin Project. What's been happening there?
Thanks, Wally, and Happy New Year to you. We certainly look, Venture's going to have a pretty big 2021, and I suppose the first 6 months, we've got exploration, and we're building an iron ore mine. So, we've got the drill bit working very early in the new year. So back on last Thursday, on the 7th of January, we started drilling at Kulin. We've engaged a diamond rig, primarily for our Golden Grove North project, but we got some pretty outstanding trench results. When you get 31 metres at a gram, so you're in a trench 50 kilometres away from the nearest gold mine, we're pretty much in elephant country, a real virgin territory. We're pretty excited by that, so we've got the drill rig to go to Kulin first. And we've been talking about drilling Kulin for a while, and Golden Grove North, I suppose, took that away from Kulin. We'd sort of demanded it was ready to drill, and so we went up to Golden Grove North. It's kind of like the opposite now, but we're pretty excited, and Kulin continues to deliver pleasant surprises.
All right, well, you're just sort of saying like you're in elephant gold country. I always like when people say they're in elephant country in Australia, but it's interesting. Okay, so as you said, the results that you got there, they were too good to ignore. You had to go out and put the drill bit in.
That's correct. Yeah, look, it's great soil anomaly, and we put some trenches in there which got the local farmers to put in for us. And you just want to try to work out which way to drill, because no one's ever drilled in that area before. So, we've dug I think 3 trenches out of the half a dozen sort of high order gold minerals we've got. We got to nearly half a gram at the surface, and we started getting some, not flashy numbers, but good consistent gold results. A lot of half to 1 gram type results, and we're pretty excited by it, and looking forward to seeing what the drill core unearths when we drill underneath these trenches. So we hit that area with a lot more confidence. So it's you've got Boddington in the area, you've got Edna May, you've got Ramilius's recent, well, I won't say recent because it's well over 2 years now, acquisition of the Tampia project up in Narrabeen. So it's an emerging gold province, as I call it, and it often doesn't get much attention because the Julimar discovery is in the same sort of terrain, and there's been a lot of pegging around us that we're completely surrounded now. I think Anglo America were the main candidate, and they pegged all around us looking for these layered intrusive sort of concepts, looking for nickel PGEs, and that's the main reason we pegged the area back in 2017, well before Julimar was even twinkling in daddy's eye, as they say. But it's we still got that, if you like, card to play with this project. But there's sort of these concentric circles of high mag material, looking at this layered intrusive concept, ticks the box there. Got high chrome rich rocks, and we were looking initially at that, but BHP had a gold prospect there in the middle, if you like, in the non-mag, in the centre of this eye, if you like, to draw an analogy, and that's where all the gold's sitting. So it's very, very interesting, and we hope it continues to deliver some exciting results.
Well, it certainly sounds as if you're in the right neighbourhood to put the drill bit in. Now, speaking of your drill bit, once you've finished there at Kulin, it's moving off to the Golden Grove North project. Now, you've already been doing some drilling there. You've had some reasonable success there. So what is it you're targeting there when you arrive?
Well, look, the maiden program there we did late last year, we got, narrow intersections of, up to 7% zinc, or in fact over 7% zinc, and got 2 grams of gold and nearly 1.5% copper. So certainly the grades there, it's a matter of getting more thicknesses and greater widths. Hopefully 10 metres of those sort of grades would announce a discovery. But we're looking. We've got POWs in to get granted with the mines department to drill a hole, say 100 metres either side of that intersection, because we've got about 1 kilometre before the next drill line to the north and 300 metres to the south. So we want to sort of infill. So we may, who knows, maybe we've nicked the next new Golden Grove discovery already. But certainly the grade is very encouraging. But in the meantime, we've been sort of trying to keep the geophysics ahead of the drilling, and because we picked up that new patch of ground, we've been doing a lot of EM, and we found that we've got another half a dozen stronger anomalies, and maybe they are thicker accumulations of massive sulfide, which may equal thicker accumulations of grade, or high grade, more importantly. And they're sitting along strike. So there's about half a dozen new targets. There's immediate drilling just along strike from those initial intersections. There's a number of targets there. We engaged Terra Drilling to do our diamond drilling work. And we, there's at least 3,000 metres of diamond that would be done. And some of that will be at Kulin, but there's a lot of targets now at Golden Grove North, and over that 5 kilometres, we just need to get on with drilling those holes, and we've proven there's the right geology. It's fertile. It's a matter of just trying to get the thicker grade intersection, higher grade intersections, and be going on.
All right. Well, there's certainly enough variety across the portfolio there. You've got the gold over at Kulin, and so you've got the VMS deposit there at Golden Grove North. So adding to the variety, of course, is the iron ore project down in Tasmania, the Riley Iron Ore Project. How are we progressing there?
Well, look, we've got the concrete pads in just before Christmas, and so the foundations are there. There's, we put in some even some more orders just before Christmas into Europe particularly, which is where there's the time frames of that stretched out a little bit because of the coronavirus there, but that's sort of specialty sort of high tech sort of bits of electric equipment from Germany, which is required for running the power plant to obviously make the whole thing turn around. But we're progressing there. The financing has been the main issue there as we're sort of working on the steel and constructing the steel there in Tasmania. So a lot of work's done locally as much as possible, as it's high end sort of tech stuff. And that's sort of coming along quite nicely. So we're looking to get that first shipment out very, very soon, and so we'll have the first 6 months of the year we'll be looking at a couple of generating results from the exploration, lots of news flow from Golden Grove North and Kulin. Hopefully you'll see something at Kulin before the Explorers Conference in mid-February. We've also got the guys at Chalice having to spend the $300,000 before July this year, so you get news flow from our nearly $2 billion JV partner Southwest project, and of course getting that first shipment out in amongst all that. So look, Venture's got a very busy year ahead, and those in the first 6 months there's 4 events there that are going to occur, which could certainly lead to share price appreciation.
Yeah, well, let's hope so. Well, as you were just intimating then, that there's going to be quite a whack of news flow coming through over the next few months, which is going to be interesting to follow. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that. But until we start seeing that come through, we'll leave it there. But we will no doubt be chatting to you again, Andrew. So, Andrew Radonjic, thank you once again for joining us here at the Resources Roadhouse.
Great. Thanks again, Wally. All the best.
Cheers.